Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Avant server. Avant server. The FTOG server playing Avant. Yes, I haven't done that for a little while, so I thought I'd do that. I just thought felt like a good time to do it. I've been playing around over here doing some strange things with this new storage network mod and these different water strainers mod. It's new, it's interesting, it's cool, I like it. It's like sieving for nothing. You're water straining for stuff. Before we start though, I would like to apologise if the sound quality, if the audio's different than normal. Today, am going to be celebrating my birthday tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is my birthday, and today I am receiving some presents early. So I've received a new desk and a new chair to work at to make YouTube videos. But that unfortunately has meant that my microphone is in a slightly different place. Now I've done lots of microphone checks, and I hope that the audio levels are as acceptable as possible. So leave me some feedback down in the comments down below. But I've tried to set it up the best I can, and hopefully with a little bit of time and a bit of tweaking here and there, I'll figure out whether this is actually working or not, or whether I need to go back to my old desk. But anyway, today, it is time to figure this out. I've messed around with it a little bit. I've made it neater and tidier, and I encountered a problem with these strainers, these water strainers. I was trying to extract and input into these strainers, but this slot here seems to be only accessible via the side, so I've had to mess around with it and put these on the side, so it's only insert in the sides. So I've got to change all of these to insert. I've just literally broken the blocks behind them, placed a load of half slabs and stuff to stop the water flowing out, but now I'll set this up to try to do insert. There we go, because I did come up with quite a mess. I tested it out over here. I was checking to see what the bottom slot was and what the side slot was. Filled a load of these strainers into a chest and started filling it in. But from the bottom, the bottom accesses this section of the strainer, and the sides access this point of the strainer. So it's all good. I got it all work. Oh, actually, I need to find a way of getting all this into my inventory and out into that inventory. I know a quicker way of doing it, because I'm going to be needing to do this anyway. So let's go with this over here. Up, thank you. Give me that. Give me the box. Right. So I'm considering how to set this up, right? So I want to have a chest here that sends stuff out down that route to restock. So all of these can go into there. Right? I think I'm going to use a crafting bench to put all those things in, and I'm going to set it up fairly simple. I think it's fairly simple anyway. The strainer itself is very, very simple. Now, we've done this plenty of times before, so it's not like anything special. I've had it running for a little while, actually connected up to the system. So I'll fill in all the slots that are not welcome, and then I will put an item export bus onto there, and let's take a stick and string. We'll turn this into only exporting sticks and string from the system, and then we'll put those back. There we go. And let's hook that up. Oh, I haven't got a hook up yet. I'll hook that up in a bit. But that means that the network will keep sticks and string in this here to start working on this pattern, like so, and craft them as and when, right? So we're going to be careful of that for now. Let's get the rest of these strainers out. I did not want to right-click on that and get the strainer out. Let's get all of these strainers into this box. Now, the only reason I'm using the chest, really, is because I've got so many strainers already made. I would rather it pulls from the workbench as it needs them, rather than anything else. But that is not a thing right now, so I need to use up those first. And I think it's just as simple just to go with this simple idea like this. And then put a load of item ducts down the side here. From that, have that set to extract and bring it across here, across here, across, and it should attach to those there, right? Now, if that's extract only, it won't accept anything from these, so it won't take anything from the pull out, but it will push in, and now you can see that one's working. Yay! So I'll do that across here, connect them all up. In fact, I don't need to do it in such a way, do I? I do that first one to connect to the system there, and the next one... Oh, I'll put it in the wrong place again. Give me that back. The next one goes underneath there. That's it. And the next one goes underneath there. Yep. And the next one goes underneath. Well, actually, I better put the thing on first, hadn't I? Better put the water strainer on first. There we go. And then this can be insert. Yeah, and set this. I was trying to do an in-out thing, but it wasn't working properly. That can be extract, and that can be insert, and then we'll put another one on there to connect them all together. So that should now have received the strainer. Yep, that's good. Okay, so they should all be straining again now. Yes, they are. Jolly good. Okay, so the automated part of this is done. Now, I just need to keep this chest full, really, don't I? So if I put one on here, that will then extract into certain places that I don't want it to. Yeah. Because if I set this to extract now, it will deposit into the chest that I'm about to set up. And I don't really want everything put into this system here. So if I place this chest here, there, then all of these can extract into this system, but not necessarily the right way around. Unless I disconnect and have two different runs going, that's going to be strange, isn't it? I could potentially use transfer nodes to extract instead and use item conduits to insert. That could work. That could keep them on two different settings. I could try that. And it's also cheaper than these item transfer nodes as well. These item conduits, should I say. It's cheaper than the item conduits. And this is simple enough just running across to the resupply like that. So that would still resupply them. I could pull out of there like so. And it should craft up a bunch. Yes. Won't go anywhere though. Yeah, that's good. So it's still in there. It's pulling from there. Yeah, and this shoulda coulda be in and out, insert and extract. There we go. So that will now fill up with survivalist strainers. So there'll always be plenty available. This will refill with sticks when I've got it connected to the main network. Do I have any network cables on me? No, I don't have any more network cables, so I'm going to connect that down to here. I could actually change it around for now. I think I want to keep that way around, but I could change it around for now and just have this hooked up like that to the network. That should then fill up with sticks in both piles, fill it all up, keep it all set up. There's a kind of a slowness to it, but it's going to be making them every once in a while, so slow is okay. So that'll do that. And then I could have the transfer node on here. And that should already suck out items from it. It should. It's not even trying, is it? Okay. Maybe this is not going to work then. And connect it up like that. Nope, it doesn't want to do anything. It doesn't want to pull out with a transfer node. So it just doesn't connect to transfer nodes. Right. In which case, we're going to need to disconnect all of these all the way down so that I can add these into the base of this and have a pull on a separate channel going down there. I've tried doing it on a different colour channel. You know that there is a channel select, like a colour, in and out, channel colour. I tried to change the channel colour, but it still didn't do anything to change what I wanted to do. It just made tons and tons of those on a green channel and threw them into an area that said brown. So it just made tons of the strainers and threw them into the actual internal inventory of the strainer base. So big mistakes were made, but now I'm trying to rectify that. So what I need to do now is bring this along this section here so that I can connect these up in a minute to the underside. I don't need that one there. To the underside to extract and turn off the connection. So firstly, let's turn off the connection here, so that does not connect to any of this, and that's not going to be a problem. Okay, now we can connect each one of these like that. We can disconnect that, and we can change this to extract. And that should now start extracting all of that stuff out and putting it into the chest. Apart from that, needs to be insert, and away we go. Now it'll do it. There we go. Alright, and then I can do the same here. Connect, disconnect, and so on, until we've got it emptying them all out on separate channel. That'll do. Looks neat as well, which is good. I like to look neat. And yeah, I'll finish this up and get it up and running a little bit better. Make sure it's working properly, and then I'll show you something else that I wanted to do today. Alrighty, well, the strainers all seem to be working according to the right plan, at least. They're straining. They're doing quite well, really, aren't they? These things are only supposed to have like 100 uses or so, and we've got plenty in there. So it's definitely running smoothly. The problem is I'm not inserting anything into the network at the minute. So I've got this set up nicely just to receive all of these funky things. But these funky things, where are they going to go when they go into my network? I mean, I've got a storage in the network, but it's not very big. I actually put it up there. Let me just show you. Right, so it's actually going up there. And I've also got a cable going all the way along there. Above those things going out, and there's some export pipes, or export, what do we call them? Export cables. We should call them cables. Export cables going out into the warehouse. And I've started messing around in the warehouse to give me a design. Yep, that's what it looks like. I've got some other stuff to do first, though, before I call it good. The export pipes go up here, but they don't just put themselves into the storage. It won't just put stone into this storage stack here. It won't just put dirt into this stack here and so on. And yeah, I probably need to have a quick sleep while we're chatting. So I need to make a particular block. Hey, crack. I need to make a particular block to allow those easy storage containers to actually interact with the storage network mod, which I've now placed here. I've only got one item block still, which means that this is kind of going to be limited by the amount of stuff. So extracting things out of this system and putting them into the warehouse will leave me with like a leftovers in here. As you can see, I've got 18 of these survivalist strainers still in there as well. Need to do something about that. Rose. Hey, MG Rose. So another newbie on the server. Let's see now. So, yeah. What was I talking about? I was doing an export thingy. I'm also going to need some more cables. So we go at storage network. So we can get an input port. Now, the reason I've been putting this off was because of the expense of it, right? 4 of them I'm going to need, and the expense is extreme, and I ran out of iron recently. So I did a lot of mining. I will show you where I did the mining before we continue making stuff, just because this is another project area that I've been mining out. Yes! And it works. You remember that we had a slime chunk over there? Well, I've been hollowing out this, and I've managed to get lots and lots of iron resources by hollowing this out. And I'm hollowing it out, ready to make a mob farm for these cute little green things that give us slime balls. So that I can have a kind of a kill chamber under here that is a slime farm. Only in the slime chunk. I'm probably going to just do a normal vanilla mob farm over this side. Because the drops from mobs are also for free. Because I could kill them for free. So I can get all the things for free, so I can put them in the warehouse for free. And it's another one of those things that doesn't require me to have a chunk-loaded power system setup type stuff. I can just have it so that when people come to the warehouse, those things are loaded, and if they don't take the dirt, or they don't take the fish, or they don't take the sugar cane, or the pumpkins, or whatever, the slime balls will still be going as well. But that's for another day. Right now, I still need to get this set up. So, I need to do a bit of crafting, because I don't have any of this at the minute. I may have some blank boxes. Yeah, I've got 3 blank boxes, so that's good. I do have some link cable, that's another thing, that's good. And some of this stuff. Alright, so yeah, I've got to do a little bit of crafting to make 4 of these. And then we'll set them up. Okay, so we got the 4 import buses, as it were. I'm still using AE terms. I'm never going to get out of using AE terms, I suppose. Right, so this is an input port, okay? And this is exporting only dirt from the network into an import port, hopefully. Let's see. It's definitely going up, so that's definitely working. Okay, and this is definitely going down, so it's definitely working. Awesome. Okay, so that's as simple as it takes. It doesn't require me to do any action or anything with this. So this one down here is stone, so I'll just connect that up with a port as well. And then over this side we've got this one should be set up with sand. So let's get a sand. I think we only need to put a phantom item in. I don't know if it's a real item or phantom item. It's a phantom item. Okay, and then we can pop that in there. So that'll only allow the sand out. Yep. And then this one here should be gravel. So we'll take a gravel out. Alrighty. So that's nice and simple really, isn't it? And it gives me a lot more storage space for these kind of things now. Did cost me a lot to get done just for this random stuff, but we do get a lot of this appearing in the strainers. So having 5,600 capacity to carry it all should be good, and you never know when you're going to get some more. So with the strainers running permanently, there's that. I don't know if there's a void upgrade for those things. Be nice to know if there was. But this will now start emptying out all of that, leaving me lots more space for everything else on the list. And it's a very simple little setup again to do this into these big storage. It's a lot cheaper though with this kind of storage, the storage drawers stuff. So I'm going to be doing some of that as well. Now, one of the things that we've got to make for storage drawers is the drawer controller. So I need a drawer controller for that whole setup of the warehouse, so things can be put into the drawer controller and put away. Now, I'm trying to figure out how I want to get it set up. At the minute, these are oak trims down the bottom here, with the storage drawers on top. So when I connect underneath to the oak drawers, I could connect all of these banks together to make them basically one inventory. Or one storage solution. I was thinking because there's 16 here and there's 16 colours, I might do some like colours of dye, colours of plants, Britannia flowers and stuff, just to store things away in 16s on this side. And I don't know what I'm doing on this side yet. Because this is so expensive to make the input for the storage of these things, I'm not sure that I want to use storage for these things. I might do storage drawers because it'll be a lot cheaper. Hopefully. Hopefully a lot cheaper. Well, it's got to be definite cheaper because that was quite expensive. That was 4 pistons, which is 4 iron, 3 hoppers, and a block of quartz. Whereas one of these controllers is just some stone. A diamond, which is expensive, but only a couple of redstone comparators, which is a couple of quartz and a bit of redstone. So this and these are basically made fully of wood. So cheaper, much cheaper. So I'm still not sure 100% what I'm going to do with it, but I do have an idea for how I want it to look. So we'll work on that next. Okay, so recently I've been very fascinated with a mod called Chisel and Bits. Kind of crazy. I've made myself the iron chisel already. I've now just spent 2 diamonds on a diamond saw for cutting things in different axes, which is odd to me, but I've done it now. I've done it. I'm going to take a few of these. I've used 2 diamonds on it. I shouldn't really be playing with it in two versions of mod packs, as it were. But I really want to get this place looking like a proper warehouse. So I've taken to using the factory blocks, because these could make for a good deal of funky stuff. And also these oak planks, because I've got so much oak, really. So I was considering, I don't know whether to do this directly down here. And now I've added this in down here as well. We've got another issue with that, yeah. I was considering making this into a looking like a factory type thing going on here. So I was thinking of having a factory base, like hard surface there, and some kind of hard surface up the top to make it look like it's got shelving inside. But how to make that look good without overdoing it, I don't know yet. So I've decided just to like whittle it down a little bit until it looks right. Take it down to, I don't know, there, something like that, yeah. Oh, what do we got? There. And then start placing these blocks slightly differently again, because I've got these chisel bits here. Figure out how I want to set them up. So that's a little cube. We want a big cube there, and a half-size cube there. Oh, I see. That's quite big, isn't it? That's quite a big chunky connection there. Too chunky. Not right. Not what I want. Let's take it away. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. I'm looking at trying to figure out how to make it look good, right? So one of the things that I thought of, I'm just testing this now because I've already added in these blocks. I've been waiting to add those blocks in. I'm testing this out. I could kind of feel that this is some sort of scaffolding. Now I presume there's scaffolding blocks as well. I could get some scaffolding blocks from something. Let's have a look at scaffold actually. Scaffold. See what we've got. We've got chisel scaffold, which is blocks of all sorts of things, basically making it look like scaffolding. Yeah. So this is the only scaffold block that we've really got, and it is actually scaffold. Large rusty scaffold is chisel. Okay, so maybe if I scrap the idea of having this and go with having a chiseled factory block, then I would do something like taking chisel bits out to make it an open block a little bit more, because I want to sort of chisel bits around it, but I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. This is all still experimental. I see. I also made myself a bag of holding so I can have all of my tools in there instead of filling all 9 slots up in here. Let's see. So let's take a couple of these. There's rusty scaffold transparent actually. Oh, I might be able to save myself a lot of time doing it that way. Rusty scaffold transparent. Oh, but then you can see through the blocks that it's connected to. Well, that's not so good, is it? Having it transparent like that. I'm sure they didn't mean for that to happen. But does that also mean that I can like look through? Oh, I just dropped that into the sieve. Look through. No, I can't look through other blocks, so it's not totally deliberate, but it does go through these storage boxes, so we can see through storage blocks and see down into the world and stuff that isn't loaded. Kind of a cheaty thing, but that just means that doesn't work, so I can't use that particular block there. So let's change it back to the full-on factory rusty massive fan. No, I was thinking about using the fans and stuff in this build as well, but I guess I can only really use this rusty scaffoldy type stuff. Right, let's see if I can make something of it. So, yeah, that looks okay. And then, can I chisel bits out? If I take, like a small cube, medium cube, large cube, draw region, single bit. If I was to take single bits out, what happened there? It changed completely, didn't it? If I take a single bit out here, here, can I make it do like a, can I see through it? Can I make it see through? I don't know that I want to exactly, but if I do that, can I make it see through? Kind of. Oh, it's a little glitchy. I could poke a hole through it, make it almost 3D. Is it worth making it 3D? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth making 3D. And then once I've got this, I can place it on a plane. Oh, that's a normal factory block. Not quite what I was after. Chisel bit factory block is that one. Yeah, it's only got a few. But I can put an edge around things like this. I could take the whole edge area and chisel it down so that I've just got the front of it, and I could place that over the top of these boxes or do some runs to the side. Oh, I'm really not sure exactly how I want to do it. I feel like I want to do it properly. Let's just take all of this. Give me all of this out. Give me the whole thing. It all goes into my bag anyway now. Right, so I've got all that in there. Got one set factory blocks. That one's a different factory block, so that one is a factory block. Okay, let's do a plane. I could possibly do. Oh, I mean, where do I want it? Oh, it's a different factory block now as well. That one, factory block. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so maybe I could set it up to do onto there like that. You see, that's another reason I can do half blocks, half of each. I could put them on the sides, make it look like it's holding the area up. I could do sides like that. That's an idea. Let's take all this back. Oh man, I love this mod, but it takes so much time figuring out what you actually want to do with it. But I could place this as a plane on the sides of the boxes, and I can also cover that with that now. So we've got then what appears to be scaffolding holding up the racking. I can still walk in between the things, but you wouldn't be able to do that with anything else, would you? You wouldn't be able to set that up with anything else. But what I want to see really is to take a little section off it and then copy it around a bit. So I don't particularly want to see it exactly like this. I want it to be a little bit more open and through. Because the texture on this is good, but it isn't connected. I kind of wanted a connected texture version, which I think I can do something about. But I don't know for sure how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit, just a little bit, and see what I come up with for next episode. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how the warehouse is developing and seeing how things are improving, and just a few little bits just to keep this as clear as possible. I'll probably set up something to cook fish, so we've got cooked fish. There's another thing that I noticed while I was doing this, because when I was making the bags I needed some wool, so I needed to do a little bit of string farming to make some wool, and I looked in here to see if I've got any wool, and I currently don't have any wool. However, from somewhere out of nowhere I seem to have picked up some sprouts from agricultural expansion. Now, I haven't seen a video yet showing me who is giving me this stuff, but I'm sure it is in a video from one of the other guys. So I appreciate that. Look at that. That's diamond sprouts, glowstone sprouts, iron sprouts, and skeleton sprouts for bone meal, I'm guessing. That's pretty good. And I could build some more little farms out here. I could even automate farms and stuff and send the ingredients into here. Right, free diamonds at the Bookshy warehouse? Why not? Why not indeed? Free diamonds everywhere. Who knows? But still, that is all I've got time for today in today's episode. So I'm going to continue working on just trying to figure out the design for this, just to make it look like it's actual racking going along the sides there, and then I can do the same sort of thing with this stuff, and then that can be the way you can see both sides are supposed to be warehouse racking, and then I can do the same sort of thing along here with whatever I put in this section, and the warehouse will then look pretty cool. Okay, well, that is me done for another episode, folks. Thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you very soon for some more Avant. I hope the audio quality is okay for you. I will have done everything I can post-recording to edit it and make sure that it does as good as I can. I will be making more adjustments, so if it's not quite right, I apologise, and it should be better next time. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.